under, then
Okay.
we'll have them all in order. Saves a tiny bit of time. Okay. Hello, it's Miss Heather, piano and voice teacher here at Conservatory of the Ozarks, and I'm here today with
Kyle.
Kyle, and this is going to be Kyle demonstrating his mastery of all the concepts and songs in Unit 4, Level 1, starting with the technique book with hot, sand, hop. Practice tempo. Hold on, I'll start it again because it... Nope, that's the wrong one. Sorry, like I said, it's kind of hard with the left. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And performance tempo. Nice hand shape. Looking good, yeah. Great, and then molding clay.
This one's soft, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. And performance tempo, and I'm sorry the piano is dreadfully out of tune from the rain. Ugh. There you go, yep.
Took my eyes off of it.
Uh-oh.
That was a soft one too. I missed that dynamic marking on that one.
And this is performance tempo, first and 46. Great. And finger painting.
I actually paid attention to the dynamic marker on that one.
Yeah. They have a little contrast between the two. Nice. Your knuckles look so firm and consistent.
Working on that.
Yeah. And I don't remember if I asked you these questions before, so just to be sure, if you look at sneaky footsteps and finger painting, what is the same between the two and what is different between the two?
Time signature's the same. Notes are the same. Only these are quarter notes with quarter rest. These are half notes.
So what about the notes is the same?
It's the exact same notes. It's the exact same pattern.
So the pitches are the same.
Okay.
And what is different?
Well, one is piano and one's forte, so
The dynamics are different.
And then again, the quarter rest and
So,
the
like,
quarter notes versus half notes.
That thing you said, the quarter rests and quarter notes versus half notes.
Uh-huh.
What's a word, one word to describe that thing? Because what are you describing?
The differences between the songs.
Duration of the
Okay.
pitch. So long duration versus short duration,
Okay.
and that is an element of
Rhythm.
Yeah, you remembered, right?
Uh-huh.
Tempo versus rhythm.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So the pitches.
Tempo is speed and mood.
Yes. Ah, you're so good. So the pitches are identical.
Uh-huh.
The rhythms are different.
Okay.
Note is sort of a vague word in a way, because note could refer to both pitch and rhythm
Okay.
at the same time, right?
Mhm.
So I wanted to compliment you on something that you just did with this, but I wanted to make sure you fully understood what I was going to compliment you on, which is I really could hear you hold the half notes for the full 2 beats, and I could hear you give the beat of silence for the quarter rests.
Okay.
So you had pitch accuracy, which was nice, but your rhythms were very precise as well. And that's the point. You're supposed to make the rhythmic difference easily distinguishable.
Okay.
That's the whole point of this, right? So
Uh-huh.
that you did a great job with that.
Well, thank
You can kind of play them, and then
Right.
they kind of can sound the same
Uh-huh.
if you don't bring out the difference in the duration of the pitches. And you
Okay.
really did. So you did a great job with that.
Well,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah. And let's try on the balance beam. Your hand for this
Nice.
one. There you go.
Yeah. The only thing is I didn't play it soft.
Well, you get a second chance.
It was medium soft, wasn't it?
Nice, yeah. That's perfect. Star to star.
That's it, isn't it? And that one, yeah.
Yeah. If you want to hand me that one,
Okay.
then I will start working on the next.
This is lessons, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you already have an order, that's right.
Okay, so now I have to ask you a bunch of questions
Okay.
about these pages. There's not really something to play. So, this thing here, made up of lines and spaces, has a name. Do you remember the name?
Staff.
Staff. And what are the parts that make up a staff?
Well, you have line spaces, or you have line notes, space notes, signature, time signature.
So a staff is
bars.
just lines and spaces.
Okay.
Yeah, the staff is just this thing.
Okay.
Yeah, like this. This is a
Okay.
staff with nothing else. Because you could have that.
Uh-huh.
Like if you look back at early music, there won't be a time signature even. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Just
a
line notes and space notes.
No, lines and spaces.
Okay, lines and spaces.
Yes, and on the staff, you can write how many types of notes?
2.
What are the 2 types of notes?
Line notes and space notes.
Right, yeah. So it's like first is the framework. the
Getting a little
staff.
overzealous here.
You've been
Oh.
studying, I think.
I just recall it from the other day.
That's great. And what are the different directions music can move on the staff?
It's 3 directions, up, down, or the same, or repeat.
Repeat. And if you move this way on the staff, which direction is the pitch going? Up or down?
Up.
And what if you go this way?
Down.
And which direction do you read the notes on the staff? From left to right or right to left?
Left to right.
And then do you read the staff from top to bottom, like this, or
Yes.
bottom to top?
Left to right, top to bottom.
Right, yeah. And which these questions may seem simple, but it's important because sometimes it's easy to think, oh, this is going down when you see it on the paper. It's like, no, it can't because you read the notes from left to right, so this has to be going up. And how would you say the plural form of the word staff?
Staves.
Right, staves. And what was the first clef symbol you used on the staff? You learned 2 different clefs so far?
Did I learn the bass clef
Yes,
first?
bass clef first. And why is the bass clef called bass clef?
Well, bass means low.
And that's why.
Okay.
The bass clef is called the bass clef because bass means low and the bass clef is for low sounds.
Right.
And if you're playing piano, which keys on the piano usually are included in the bass clef?
From middle C and below.
Yeah, and the bass clef has how many line notes?
5.
And how do you remember the names of the line notes, if you can remember the...
Every girl breathes deadly fire.
That's treble clef.
Huh?
That's treble clef.
Oh, so then it would be gummy bears don't fly airplanes.
Perfect.
I could do the notes, but I never can remember the march.
I know. But you're a lot better at it, though, than you used to be, I think. Like, that's pretty fast. And the first line note in the bass clef is what key on the piano keyboard? Like, which key on the piano aligns with?
Would it be F?
So the first G of the bass
Oh.
clef, the first line.
Oh, okay, I got you. G2?
Yeah, wow, you didn't even look at the keyboard. And would you play G2?
Yeah.
And then would you play all the other line notes? And don't say gummy bears, but say the names of
Okay.
the line notes themselves.
G. You want me to do the numbers too?
That'd be great, yeah.
So G2, D3,
Good, wow.
D3,
Uh-huh.
F3. No. Yeah, F3. And then A4.
You barely even had to think about any of the numbers. Wow, that's impressive. And then what about the space notes? How do you remember the names of the bass clef space notes?
All cows eat grass.
Great! And then can you find the bass clef space notes? The first one being...
A2. No. A3.
There you go.
A3.
Mm-hmm.
So A3, C3. All cows eat. Okay. C3, E3, and then G3.
Good.
Yeah.
Mhm. And when you play the bass clef in piano music, like which hand do you usually use?
Left.
Hmm. And the bass clef has another name. Do you remember the other name?
The F clef.
F clef. Why is it called the F clef sometimes?
Well, two reasons. It takes its shape from the old-fashioned letter F,
Mm-hmm.
and then it also identifies the
Yes.
F line,
Yes.
which goes between the two dots.
Yes. Great. And which F on the piano keyboard corresponds with the F line of the bass clef?
F3.
Wow, you're not even looking at the keyboard. That's incredible. And if you put your left thumb on middle C,
It'd be 5.
5 lands on F. And do you remember another little fun nickname for F3?
I don't.
Bass F.
Okay.
For piano, sometimes we'll call it that, you know.
Okay.
And I think that's all the questions I have for now. So let's hear hide and seek.
F4.
Wait. Oh, hold on. I'll probably have to like back it up so you can get the. Not that one. I think this is still wrong. No, it's right. Sorry.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
there you go. Good job, child. Look at that. I think my new work phone should be coming soon, and then we won't have to use this, and the phone just works a lot easier.
So it says any F, so I gave you that F.
That was good. Oh, sorry. Here. You can pick any one you want. It's kind of a fun choice to make. 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, that's cute. And then Mary had a little lamb. And performance tempo. Hey, oh, nice release too. And
More questions?
this one, yeah, I've got to ask more questions. So the second symbol you learned, the second clef sign you learned was?
It's treble,
And why do we call treble clef treble clef?
because treble means high.
And the treble clef is for
Middle notes.
high sounds.
Oh, yeah.
And on the piano, which keys are included in the treble clef usually from the keyboard?
Middle C and above,
And which hand usually plays?
the right hand.
Yeah, and how many line notes in the treble clef?
5,
How many space notes?
4.
How do you remember the names of the line notes?
It's the all girls breathe deadly fire.
Every.
Oh, every, yeah, because it's E, that's
Yeah.
right. The note's E. Every girl breathes deadly fire.
Uh-huh.
And then
You
face.
got it right when you said it earlier. You
And
said
then-
it perfectly.
And then face.
Yes, face. The face is in the space. And what's the other name for the treble clef?
The G clef,
And why?
because it takes its shape from the old-fashioned letter G.
And the other reason?
It identifies the G line where
Uh-huh.
the swirl is, or the
The swirl wraps around the G line.
the line.
And which key sits on the G line? Like which key on the piano corresponds with the note that sits on the G line?
Oh, G4.
Yes, very good. And if you put your thumb on middle C, which finger lands on G4?
5.
Mm-hmm. And do you remember an alternative name for G4? Like bass F? Treble G.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And could you show the line notes for the treble clef and say their names? And play the key as you say the name, like differently.
Oh, so starting with E.
Mm-hmm.
So, E4, G4, B5,
Uh-huh.
D5, and then F5.
Mm-hmm. Great. And I think we can go on to these songs. Oh, sorry. Guess I should push play probably. Wait, this is the wrong one. This is the one. And performance tempo. Then you can try hopscotch. And performance tempo. And then I have more questions. So this song you learned about one more thing about the staff. Do you remember what it was?
The grand staff.
The grand staff. And what are the 4 parts of the grand staff?
The treble clef, bass clef, the bar lines, and then those braces.
The bar line and the brace, yeah.
Uh-huh.
And so do you have one staff in a grand staff?
No.
How many do you have?
2 or more, or 2, which is stave.
2 staves
Right.
in the grand staff.
Okay.
It's always 2. That's what the grand staff is the 2. And why would you need the grand staff?
Well, because there are notes in between the bass and the treble staff.
Well, how many hands do you have?
You have 2, so you
Yeah, so you gotta have 2
staffs.
staves. Mhm.
2 staves.
That's the main reason. And the
Okay.
other reason is because the piano has such a wide range, you know, like 7 and 8
Right,
repetitions of
octaves.
the pitches. And so most instruments, like if you think of a human, 2 or 3 octaves is going to be about as far as you can go. You don't need a grand staff. You can
Right.
fit most all your notes in one on the treble clef. But for piano, we would have so many ledger lines if we only have one staff. So the middle C is in the middle between the 2 staves, and it's also the middle of the piano keyboard. And so that means the vast majority of these keys we play when we play the piano fit onto the staff.
Okay.
With one ledger line in the middle and 2 ledger lines above or below, you can play all the way from this C to C2. So it's a pretty efficient system.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you have 3 notes you learned that come between the 2 staves, like you were talking about.
B, C, and D.
Mm-hmm. And how do you remember the names B, C, D?
I just remember they're B, C, and D.
You're like, I don't use the mnemonic devices. I've told you 5,000 times. Bobbing B. B is bobbing on top of bass left,
dangling D.
D. And then middle C has a line in the middle. Do you remember what the name of that little line is in the middle?
I don't.
Ledger line.
Okay.
Ledger line.
That rings a bell that you say that.
And so ledger line, do you know what the function of a ledger line is?
I do know.
It's just like pretending if the staff kept on going, then D is a space note, so the next note would have to be a line note.
Okay.
So you just draw a ledger line and be like, pretend the
I
staff
see.
kept on going.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, it's a nice efficient little way to cheat the system, I guess. Okay, so let's try My Best Friend, your first song on the grand staff.
I'm sorry, I'm not going to be ready for that one.
That's alright.
I could have picked, I'm sorry, I should have just picked up.
No,
right
that's
there.
alright.
Isn't this the one that goes on and on and on?
You just do 2.
Okay.
Yeah, just one repeat. Alrighty, tambourine tune. If I forget to skip ahead, just be like, hey.
Okay. You were gonna go, weren't you?
I know. I just like start watching and I'm like, oh, this is going so well. And the student's like, can we please?
Well, that one is one. You can kind of just keep playing.
Yeah.
It is kind of
Yeah.
peppy and kind of neat.
But
so.
it's annoying.
A little bit.
It's annoying. Okay, so let's try this. Did you do 2?
I did.
I was like, I think you did. Okay, long ago.
I'm sorry.
Oh, that's all right. Fast one.
I started on E instead of C
Yay.
for some reason. So,
Okay. Oh, sorry, I forgot to pull this one up.
is it can I start out on this one?
Howard H. Hippo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, here is Howard.
Yeah, that one started out rough. I'll get it on the performance one.
Yeah, you're fine.
I hate this part. This
Ah!
song.
Most people do. Very few people enjoy the improv exercises, unfortunately.
Because it doesn't sound like I'm doing anything, you know? It sounds like there's no rhyme or reason to it.
If you keep doing them though, they'll give you more and more framework, and it'll sound more and more like, oh, that's a lot.
Can we start that one over? I apologize. Was that performance?
Yeah, that was
Okay.
performance, yeah. Last page turn.
I don't think I'm ready. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's all right. I always just like to let it play to see if you can get ready in time or not.
Well, I think
it's
it was
a good little test.
Any other than these last two, I probably could have
Yeah.
got it. These
These
last two
hand
are the
positions are
hardest.
just insane. What are you making us do here, Mona Rahino? Come on.
Oh, it's on Mona, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's out to get ya.
She is.
Oh wait, wrong.
Yeah, that's the same one we
It
just
went
did.
back too far, sorry.
It's okay. Where am I?
You start pulling this tempo, I think you'll be fine. It's just the second half note is only getting one beat in the first measure. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1.
Okay.
Mhm.
I got you. Then I'm ahead, then, aren't I?
Yeah,
Okay.
one beat ahead. You have a very steady tempo. It's just the rhythmic issue. Old saw.
Okay, and this one I need just a second. This is the hardest one.
You didn't need a second? Sold yourself short. Performance tempo. Yay!
Yeah, I'm glad I got that one.
That's
That was the hardest one.
Well, we pretty much covered all the info. It's 3 o'clock, so we have to stop because Jim's going to be here in a second. But I think think your theory book maybe didn't make it here today, or if it is, I didn't see it in the bag.
Oh,
It might be on your dining room
I
table
bet it is
still.
because we haven't used it the last few weeks, huh?
But now you will have new ones.
Okay.
I wrote all your new pages, and then I'll just put a question mark here. So if you can just check and see
What goes along with those pages in theory?
with 50 and 51 in the
Okay.
lessons book. And congratulations! Welcome to Unit 5, the last unit of Level 1! Wow! That was a lot to do, you know? You should feel impressed with yourself.
Good teaching.
Oh, look, somebody named Samantha was watching and she said, "You are so good." That's so nice.
That was nice. It was kind.
Aw, and she's right. That was really good. Wow.